Hi, I'm Stuart and welcome to SIRENNET Television, joined by
Chris.
What we have is this Whelen product. It is part of their Avenger series of deck lights. It's the AVN2 LR, and it's a pretty interesting light. And Chris is going to tell us a little bit about it, but before he does, well, actually let him tell us about it, and then I'll intercede with my great knowledge.
So the Avenger here is actually a dual-purpose interior product for you. It offers warning and a center section here that is LR11s that are actually a dedicated center takedown.
Yep.
So best of both worlds for interior lighting. So if you've been looking for a product that isn't one of Whelen's full interior inner edge bars, but you need something to give you side warning, front warning, but has the secondary function that doesn't override the full fixture. So with that, you have takedowns that turn on and they don't override your warning lights. So with that, you can be compliant to having flashing lights and the takedowns as needed for your activities in your fire and rescue vehicle or your cruiser on the PD side.
Now the takedowns, they don't flash, correct?
They do not. They are just a dedicated takedown, so just a nice bright white illumination.
Now again, different safety colors are available.
Different
this one
safety.
happens to be red-blue.
This is a red-blue. If you're looking for it to be in a blue-blue, a red-red, or even an amber configuration for folks in utility, water bureau, public works services, it can be ordered in that color setting.
Okay. So as they say, the proof is in the pudding. I always say that anyway. We're going to go ahead and turn it on. Total of 53 different flash patterns are available with this particular light.
They are indeed. And before I plug it in, something that a lot of folks are used to seeing when it comes to Whelen's Avengers is the 12-volt plug-in. And we're used to it having an on-off switch and the secondary switch being your flash pattern selection. In this case, it's a little bit different. You have an on-off for the warning, and the second is an on-off for the takedowns.
How do you change the flash patterns?
The flash pattern is actually adjusted, and what I can do is move this around to the camera so they can get a zoom in here. Right below the mounting bracket that you see here, inset in the shroud is a small push button. I'll even spin it around here so you can take a look yourself there.
Oh, I see that, right there.
So with that, when this is on and flashing, a small screwdriver, a paper clip, give that a press in, and that'll go ahead and advance the flash patterns. Again, as Stuart mentioned, total of 53.
Now, of course, you'd set that up before you put it into place.
Indeed. Once this is mounted in the vehicle, and depending on how this is going to be configured as far as the colors, you know, again, with this being red-blue, you may want to have it where the blue is on the opposing side, red's on the opposite. So this would be inverted in mounting. It would be a little difficult to get to the flash pattern adjustment button. So again, make sure to set it beforehand.
Unless you've got very small hands. Now also, the bracketry that this particular deck light is, you've turned it on. That's actually provided with. This particular bracket happens to be the suction mount. There are other brackets available. Again, check out the website in relation to that, including a headliner mount if you're going to permanently mount it. Of course, again, when you're permanently mounting these lights, you're going to cut off the actual power switch plug and then hardwire that. So you can follow instructions on how to do it. It's pretty straightforward.
You can indeed, and doesn't cause any harm to the unit.
No.
Cut this off, strip back the sheathing. There is trigger wires in here, and again, a ground, a lead for the warning, a lead for the takedowns. So for multiples and hardwiring them in, still can do it. Actually very easy to do.
Let's go turn it on, eventually.
And as I mentioned, 2 buttons here for both features. Outside button here, we'll go ahead and turn it on into its warning pattern mode.
Now again, the total of 53 different flash patterns available. And we're not going to scroll through them because, as Chris pointed out, we need a little paper clip or small fingers or to get in here. So,
well, and actually that's the fun with SIRENNET. We have all the flash patterns available on the website. So if you'd like to take a look at all 53 that are available, go ahead and do so you can make sure that what you're looking for in this product will be there for you when you get it and put it in your vehicle.
And now we know what Chris does in his spare time. So let's turn on the takedowns.
Indeed. So second button here. And as you can see, again, blinding out the folks at home and the camera crew here, very nice, very bright.
Now, as Chris made mention earlier, with respect to this light, because it's a deck light, you can mount it on the rear deck, you can mount it forward facing. Now if you mount this on the rear deck of a vehicle, you're going to have an issue if you put white light to the back of a vehicle, especially white light as intense as this. But if you have a fire department vehicle, as Chris pointed out, and you're going to use these as side lighting, i.e. down the side of the vehicle in the rear, left and right side, i.e. by the doors, or just after the doors, light area, you can actually have this to illuminate to the left and to the right of the vehicle. Forward facing, pretty straightforward there. So it's a really good light, actually I like it a lot.
It is indeed. It's something that's very unique and gives best of both worlds, illumination and pure takedowns. And actually Whelen is utilizing their LR11s for the 3 diode takedowns that are inside here.
Is this the same one that went in the light bar?
It is. So it mocks after the LR11 that you're used to seeing in light bars for alleys and takedowns. It also is used in some of Whelen's other multi-function warning and scene lighting. 4V series and 5V series ring a bell as far as the LR11s and utilizing warning and illumination. So
there you have it. A great product from Whelen Engineering. It is the AVN2LR. It's available here on SIRENNET. And as always, all the tech specs are available on the website. Go ahead and check those out. I'm Stuart.
I'm Chris.
Thanks for watching SIRENNET Television.